Hey guys, it's Brykks here. Today we're going to be talking about how to kick ass at Black Ops 3. Let's not waste any time. Let's get going right now. Back when I was 7 years old, me and my dad, we used to go to the park together to get high. And he always made me promise. He said, Brykks, I want you to always kick ass at Call of Duty. So I'm honoring that promise and spreading it to all my viewers out there so that in hopes that we all can kick ass together at Call of Duty each and every year. Everyone knows that 90% of feeling good is 70% looking good, so that's what we're going to focus on right now. If you're like me and you pick the Outrider, Sparrow to be specific, to unlock every time you prestiged and she's just your default character, you got a problem because she is a she, alright? We're trying to kick ass at Call of Duty. We're not trying to see who can make the most delicious Thanksgiving dinner. We gotta switch that shit up. We're going all the way to the right. We're going Purifier Flamethrower. Because nothing's as badass as frying your enemy's testicles into scrambled eggs. So just like I said earlier, looks are everything. If you haven't used the Purifier, chances are you're gonna look like this dyke right here. That's not good enough. You're gonna need to complete all those FIREBREAK challenges so that you can look like this sexy mother trucker right here. Okay, I lied. You're gonna have to complete every specialist challenge so that you can get the hero gear so you can look like this sexy mother trucker. Nothing says I'm ready to kick ass like having 5 eye holes in my helmet, none of which line up with my actual eyeballs. Yeah, if this doesn't give you a boner, I don't know what will. And don't you dare think you're gonna skip this step and still kick ass at Black Ops. This is mandatory. You think the ladies care about your kills and your deaths and your wins? No, they care about how you look. And because I look so goddamn ugly in real life, we have to compensate and make sure that we look sexy in game. And to top it all off, we need a weapon. We'll go more in detail later on in the video, but just throw on that golden Gorgon. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm telling you, if you had a hot date with a nice smoking broad and you showed up looking like this, you would be able to drown a small child in her panties. Now we're not done. We have to talk about emblems because this is part of our image and we need to make sure we look good. You're sensing a common theme here. So this is my default emblem. Shameless plug that shows how pathetic I truly am. Anyways, we can't have an emblem like this. This is useless. This will not strike fear into our enemy's eyes. We have to change that up. Boom! How do you like your coffee in the morning? In order to assert our dominance, we have to make sure that our emblem is a penis. It's just that simple. 13 layers is all it took for me, and that's a good-looking penis if I've ever seen a good-looking penis myself. A couple tips when you're making this emblem. You want to make it believable, so try to keep it, under 5 inches, because, a pretty big cock's about 5 inches. You don't want to make it bigger than that. That's just not believable. So, a nice big hammer right there. Don't worry about getting banned. Treyarch sees this. You can't ban this piece of work. It's just too good looking. So, moving on. So I think that's pretty much it in terms of customization. Let's move on to weaponry. Now, I mentioned the Gorgon earlier in the video, and you can bet your marbles that this 2-shot machine is what we're using. 2-shot kill at any range completely puts those stupid-ass semi-automatic sniper rifles to rest. Make sure you get gold for this baby because you're going to need it to make sure you look sexy with your golden FIREBREAK outfit. It all goes back to customization. Don't need diamond because gold matches with ourselves. It's all about looks. Now in terms of attachments, I'm not really picky about attachments. I like throwing on a nice sight. Makes my iron sights a little cleaner. I like the quick draw because this thing's a huge ass tank. And I put on some rapid fire because this thing's slower than an Asian walking down a high school hallway. 2-shot kill anywhere. Might as well call this thing the M60 from Black Ops 1. Now I know what you're thinking. You're seeing me use this piece of work and you're thinking how OP this is. And this gun isn't really too good. I mean, it's pretty good, but you kind of got to switch up how you play in order to be successful with this gun. So because of that, not only will this gun require a portion of your cunning, it's going to require all of your cunning. Once you get good with this gun, you will receive on average probably about a death threat a game. Someone will message you, try to intimidate you, and some people will actually tell you that they banged your mom. And in some weird circumstances, I asked my mom, and they actually did bang my mom. So if you're concerned about not only your safety but your mom's safety and health, don't use this gun. Otherwise, it's all green lights. Let's move on to the specialist part of the video, the purifier. I mean, what can I say about the purifier? It's a frickin' flamethrower, and you just roast your enemies with it. Nothing's more badass than that. We haven't seen a flamethrower like this since years back in World at War. Now, there's not much to go in depth with the flamethrower other than that there's multiple ways to kill people with the flamethrower. A lot of people don't know this, but there are actually 3 different methods you can use to roast your enemies. So let's find out. The first method is the one we're all familiar with. I call it the spit roast. Nothing too fancy, you just light them ablaze, nothing fancy here. Like I said, it's how we get most of our kills. The second method requires a little more skill. It's called the low blow. It's where you slide into them, set them ablaze, and just keep running. Just keep running. Now the third method, I can't believe I'm about to tell you about the third method. The third method is to only be practiced by trained professionals. This method is called Christmas Came Early All Over Your Face. It requires you to jump off a building, spin, and roast the poor sucker. Heavy discretion is advised, as wrong use of Christmas Came Early All Over Your Face will certainly result in death. So what's the last step to kicking ass? Well, it resides in the winner's circle. Once you learn how to kick ass, you will never lose a match again. Therefore, we must learn how to properly utilize our threats and gestures. When available, hit them with a soul-crushing taunt such as, "Dishes are done. I'll wash all your dirty dishes." Hey, aren't you the guy from Blink 182? Hey, aren't you Richard Simmons' best friend? You know, Richard Simmons? You now have all the tools to kick ass at Black Ops 3. I want to thank you for watching, and if you've managed it this far, I don't know how. This is the biggest piece of crap I've compiled within the last few months. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.